your blue wrestler. Foca, I believe, pulled out one late in his quarters, but you got to watch those dumps. He scored quite a few of them in his quarterfinal match, and he just hung out in there and got it again. Jessen looked really tough, and Foca just running straight up folk style, power half leg in. And this ref's just gonna let him go. And Storniolo reminding his wrestler, hey man, keep those elbows short in your front headlocks. The man's got a little bit of a dump. Oh, and he's going step around, gets the 4. Yeah, so that should have been 6 and 1. That should have been focus too right there. That was exposure. And the Chicago RTC coaches are trying to argue for a stoppage there because Jessen was in some trouble of getting exposed. Foca's gonna end up on top, 7-3 lead. We got a little bit of fur flying early here. Jessen and Foca, and I would honestly say watching Jessen and Foca's match, I would give the edge to Jessen. He just controlled his quarterfinals opponent way more. Foca took a while to get going, but I'll tell you, man, Foca's coming out firing right here, and I'm glad they moved to the other side of the mat in case somebody got tossed. They would have come right at your boy. 7-4, Jessen gets a point for the push out. Foca with a nasty step around throw and an over-under, showing he's got some skills up top and down low. Jessen with a nice lefty high crotch. Let's see if Foca can score with a crotch lock here. He's got to get his feet in the mat. He's got it loaded up. That was close. Jessen recovers, gets his knees under him. And they're asking for him to pick him up. And they went 2 and 2 on that. Ugh. And 2 and 2 is going to stand, 9-6. When in doubt, throw up 2 and 2. .42 seconds left, 9-6. I love what I'm seeing right now. These guys are firing from all positions. And Foca in on that dump again. Now he chooses to change off to a double leg on both knees, not recommended. Now he's just gonna step in and whip snap him over. Holy smokes. Foca with a just hitting a roll through tilt. Foca is just Foca styling it up. Holy smokes. Hope y'all see what I did there, or hear what I did there. It's what we call wordsmithing. And the slowest high crotch in the history of man from Jessen, and he gets it. And it is 13-8 in the first period. 13-8. Bourmet's going crazy over here. That was a bananas first period. Bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-N-A-N-A-S. I hope it ends up whatever double this score is. I'm not going to try to add it. I have a good idea of what 8 times 2 is. Don't know about 13 times 2. A little too high for me. Back to action, second period. Foca has ran a power half, hit quite a few dumps, and a roll through cross wrist tilt. Hazard tilt for some of you guys. Foca looking Russian, spin out. That should have been 2 for Jessen. Chair goes 2, no, but they're gonna get it anyways. And I tell you, man, I think a lot of people had reservations of Storniolo taking over as head coach. But, man, I'll tell you, I've been impressed what he's done by the staff he's brought on and the development he keeps having, man. 13-10, Jessen clawing his way back. And Jessen just going big boy, double unders out of bounds. How is that two? How is that two? If it's two, then you admitted there's exposure. And they were on their feet and ended up on their back. Holy smokes. Foca has got to settle in and get back to his offense here because Jessen is firing on all cylinders right now. He's channeling his inner Andrew Howe. Foca locking it down, burying his head. I think he's buying himself a little bit of time for another flurry. He's still in the lead, but you got to think this ref's not going to let him just kind of hang out in ties much longer. And another inside trip from an over-under from Jessen. I believe that was white paddled, and they're going to give 2 for continuation now. Now 14-13, Jessen. Woo! Put the women and children to bed and let's go looking for dinner. Jessen's looking for a big meal and a trip to the finals. Foca diving in on that double, but he'll come up to the elbow and hit his dump. And just not enough gas in the tank here for Jessen. I could only imagine that Andrew Howe might put hands on him in the room on a regular basis. And that's probably sink or swim time. So Jessen coming out here and wrestling some juniors. Ain't no big deal, bro. I've been swinging with a weighted bat. And Foca has big point potential as well. We saw him go over, under, step around. Oh, and right when I say that, I think he gave it a half-hearted attempt. And Jessen just shut it down 20-13. Guys, we're talking football scores here. 30 seconds left in the period. You got to give it up for both of these guys for putting mad points on the board. Foca needs 7. Looking, duck, 9 seconds left. He needs a 7-point move. And man, that match was about everything I thought it could be. Woo! Shout out to both guys.